on this plane, man.
I understand that, sir, but
No, you're not understanding nothing.
It's not an option. You're not getting on that airplane.
Why?
Like, oh, she must not fly Southwest or she must not understand the situation. Let me tell you, I understand Southwest and
Southwest is slashing more than 1,700 corporate jobs in a massive cost-cutting push.
Yo, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about Southwest Airlines dropping the hammer on their employees. And let's just say a lot of people are not happy.
Things are going from bad to worse for Southwest. Southwest is performing the first mass layoffs in its 53-year history. Last year, they already had to get rid of their iconic open seating, making them more like any other airline. At this point, start expecting Southwest to get rid of free checked baggages.
Boom! Just like that, Southwest is cutting jobs. This airline went from giving out free drink coupons to giving out unemployment papers.
A warning to Southwest management. You can only cut costs so far before you cut off what makes Southwest special. Mark my words. Once Southwest becomes indistinguishable from any other airlines, it is over.
Get on this plane, man.
I understand that, sir, but
No, you're not understanding nothing.
It's not an option. You're not getting on that airplane.
Why?
You're not going to let me talk. I'm trying to explain.
Why? I want to know why.
You need to lower your
I just
voice.
spent $2,000 and explain to me why.
Okay, nobody else has to hear this, sir.
I don't care about anybody else. They don't care about me. All I know is I need to be on the plane.
Lower your voice,
man,
sir.
I ain't got to do nothing. I don't have to do nothing for you.
Sir, I'm asking you to lower your voice. You're going to have to make me call the police.
You call the police. Tell them, explain to them why the hell you pulling me off the damn plane
Hey,
for.
I need the...
Today, we're going to break down why these layoffs are happening, how employees are reacting, it's wild, and what this means for the airline industry. Buckle up, because this is about to be a bumpy flight.
Southwest is slashing more than 1,700 corporate jobs in a massive cost-cutting push. The move will eliminate 15% of the airline's corporate roles, including some senior leadership positions. Now, this is the first time in Southwest's 50-year history that it's had a mass layoff. And it comes after a battle with an activist investor pushed the airline to rein in expenses and streamline operations. Southwest says the job cuts should save it $210 million this year and about $300 million next year.
So, Southwest just announced that thousands of jobs are getting cut, and guess what their excuse is? Rising costs, post-pandemic recovery, and lower than expected demand.
Southwest employees right now.
I don't give a... Do I look like I do? Because I don't. I don't care. I don't care. I'm great. I don't care. I don't care.
Facts. Southwest is still out here offering 2 free check bags, but somehow they can't check in on their own employees.
Somebody feel free to insert the Nene Leaks meme because I said what I said. Firstly, there is nothing free on any flight. Let's just establish that. Anything that is considered free is hidden in the cost of your airfare, your taxes and fees, and whatever other miscellaneous fee that they have that's tacked on to your end price that you have to pay when you're going on a flight. Also, your consumer expectations may be far different than my consumer expectation. And that doesn't make anybody crazy for making a complaint or even bringing light to the fact that an airline that they fly traditionally changes up policies and policies that don't make sense. The gray and orange bag that I'm holding on my left is a carry-on. They didn't say that they were equating a blanket as a personal item like a purse or a small item that you have to put under the chair, but like a carry-on. The bag that traditionally holds all of your most important things that you are bringing on a flight. And I mean like your toiletries and undergarments, things you don't want to lose in case they misplaced your check bag. And based on size and dimension, those two things do not equate as equal. We just found out that one of these other domestic airlines who hire contract employees incentivize those employees to tell people that their bags are too big and to get more money out of them. So yeah, where I'm spending my coins, I'll complain where I see fit.
Bruh, imagine getting laid off from Southwest just to end up flying Spirit for work trips. Employees react to the layoffs. This is where things get crazy. Employees are blasting Southwest on social media, so Southwest hit them with the corporate breakup line, "It's not you, it's the economy."
If you're Southwest Airlines, you really want to get away right now. And I'm not talking about travel. I'm talking about the fact that Southwest Airlines now has to take back as an employee the former flight attendant that sued them for employment discrimination and won a $5 million verdict. Let me explain. You might remember that I posted about a flight attendant who said she was fired from Southwest for expressing anti-sentiments. As it turned out, a jury agreed with her, awarding her $5 million in damages for wrongful termination. The idea here was that she was discriminated against based on her religious beliefs, which Southwest was able to get that $5 million verdict reduced to $800,000 on a concept called remittitor, which means the judge reduced the verdict to fit within the monetary caps of the law, Title VII, that she sued under. However, the judge ordered Southwest to reinstate the employee. That means they have to take her back to work. That means that she sued, she won, and she's coming back to work, and Southwest Airlines can't be happy about that. And that brings up a really big point for employers. Most employment discrimination statutes have injunctive relief provisions. Those are provisions that would allow a court to reinstate an employee. Now, you don't hear about it very much, but this was a really big case, and it's kind of big news that Southwest is forced to reinstate her. So employers, remember, calculating worst case scenarios in employment discrimination, don't ignore the fact you may have to take the employee back, even if they win. If this was helpful, please click the like button, the share button. Have a great day, everybody.
So many of you with the Southwest video are like, oh, she must not fly Southwest, or she must not understand the situation. Let me tell you, I understand Southwest. I understand that they don't have major hubs where a majority of their workers fly to, and that they don't have some kind of consistency with the way that they schedule their planes. It's called like a hub and poke system, and that a lot of people are saying that's the reason why this debacle, or they are failing on getting flights back up. But I don't think so. You guys, this is Southwest. They've got everything under the sun to make sure that their company is running smoothly. And we want to say that they just have to figure out where all their planes are and they have to get their routes rerouted. That's not true. Something else big going on. Some people have said it's maybe a silent strike, that because Southwest doesn't treat their employees well, that they are just not coming into work, which is causing problems. But Southwest just keeps blaming the weather. You guys, the weather's gone. This should not be happening today, yesterday. Like every other airline's been able to get back up and running and make sure that everything's going well. And they're claiming that they can't do it until into next week. What do you think?
People are heartbroken, and it's not just flight attendants. We're talking ground crew, customer service reps, maintenance workers, and some pilots are even worried they might be next. How this affects passengers. Y'all think this is just an employee problem? Nah, this is gonna hit passengers hard. Expect more delays, more cancellations, worse customer service. This is like firing half the cooks at a restaurant and still expecting the food to come out hot.
Was your Southwest flight delayed again? Let's get some compensation from Southwest together. The first thing you should do is ask for a meal voucher. The gate agents aren't going to be proactive about giving them, and they're going to be really hush-hush about it when you ask them. And the next thing to do is send an email to Southwest customer service and let them know how disappointed you were with the delay. This usually gets you a love voucher, which is a travel credit to use on your next flight. The ones I've gotten were typically $150, but obviously your mileage can vary. But it doesn't hurt to try. But yeah, if Southwest gives you lemons, aka delay their flight yet again, get some love vouchers and make lemonade.
Southwest is already struggling to keep up with flights. These layoffs, they're about to make things 100 times worse.
Hey y'all. Morning. So real quick, Southwest Airlines, and I will come back and do a 3-minute explainer on what happened in the last few days and why it turned into 5,400 flights being grounded. But one thing that I just wanted to hop on here and say is, if you are being impacted by this, do understand and know that it wasn't the pilots, the crews, the ramp agents, the ticket counter folks, or the customer service people on the phones who actively made decisions to not invest in the IT and scheduling infrastructure that could have really prevented a lot of this meltdown. It wasn't them. It was the people in these companies who sit at the top and get tens of millions of dollars a year who decide where to spend their capital budget. And they decided that it wasn't worth putting it into the IT infrastructure. So please be gracious with these employees. Please.
Now let's talk big picture. Southwest has been one of the most beloved airlines because of free bags, no change fees, and friendly staff. But now they're looking more like budget airlines than ever. This is part of a bigger airline crisis. Other companies like United and Delta have also had layoffs in the past few years, and the airline industry is feeling the post-pandemic squeeze. And with travel demand going up, this might mean higher ticket prices for all of us. Final thoughts. So what's next? Southwest says this is temporary, but do we believe them? Will passengers start jumping ship to other airlines? Are more layoffs coming? One thing's for sure, this isn't the Southwest Airlines we used to know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you still trust Southwest after this, or is it time to start looking for a new airline? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more real talk. This is Anthony Spade signing out.